There are more perfumes available today than ever before, but clarity has decreased. In today's market, we find so many options available. You find the niche, the designer, the dupe. There are too many perfumes for a customer today to identify what their calling is. So many influencers reviewing perfumes. The information overload today is significant when it comes to understanding the right fragrance for you. Today, most people find it hard not to find the right fragrance. They actually find it difficult to choose themselves. There are many reasons why a person should know why they need a fragrance. What kind of fragrance do they need to wear? Based on what personality. You can dive deep into fragrances and understanding it until it connects to you emotionally. Do you know what fragrance suits you best? What kind of fragrance would make you feel confident, would make you feel present? In today's day and age, we do have the Western fragrances as well as the Middle Eastern fragrances. Culturally, these two fragrances, the way it is created is different. The Western perfumes, the fragrances which comes, are more thought through on how it could be a companion to your daily life. Whereas the Middle Eastern fragrances are more of trying to communicate, saying, I am present here. As culturally, fragrance is something that is being given a lot of prominence to. So in today's age, smelling good is often being confused for loud fragrance or very strong fragrance. Are you choosing a fragrance for how it makes you feel, or are you choosing a fragrance because there was a influencer who was speaking about it and telling them how they felt, or are you selecting a fragrance based on external validation, compliments? So one of the things we want to address through Unbox Ceylon is we want every fragrance enthusiast to develop a taste for fragrances, not to just follow trends. Trends makes it easier to buy perfumes, but harder to develop taste. What happens when you follow a trend is often we find many of us smelling the same. As everyone's using the same popular fragrances and everyone would smell the same, there is nothing that is emotionally connected to you that you want with these fragrances. You're wearing it for the sake of it being a popular fragrance. So there are certain perfumes that as soon as you wear it, you feel confident, but as time progresses with that, you kind of get fed up with it, or it does not fall under your everyday wear category. So these kind of fragrances naturally die down with your interest because these are not perfumes that you purchased with thinking it through, but through the first instinct of having the first sniff. What we try to work best is helping you find your signature perfume, your signature scent, and not focusing on its projection, but on its presence. The fragrance, once you start wearing it, should just feel right. Well, there is a mental barrier that you need to pass through to maybe put yourself into understanding I am not here to purchase a very loud fragrance. Rather, I want a fragrance that is balanced, composed, and that would make me feel the correct feeling that you kind of look for. It's basically the internal confidence and the calm presence that you require, which you don't really think about it when selecting a fragrance, which happens within is where you fall for a fragrance. Your taste for fragrance evolves in different phases of life. Based on your maturity level, based off the changing preferences in life, taste evolves as people grow, as people settle and take on new responsibilities. There can also be situations where a fragrance that once felt exciting can turn out to become a very loud fragrance once you've passed a certain phase of life. This is natural in your fragrance journey. So there are instances where we do come across certain fragrance houses where they say more the oil concentration, the better the projection. I disagree to a great extent because it all depends on a lot of external factors as well. One of the major factors is I come from Sri Lanka, a tropical country, but it does not necessarily mean that you need to wear fragrance with high concentration for a better projectivity or for it to last longer. It all comes down to the ingredients that is used as well as the synergy of fragrance, notes, accords, whatever is used on how it breathes in that climate. So few factors, climate, social gatherings, or the routine on how you spray, these all can tend to make your experience on fragrance. But next time you try going for your next perfume or fragrance, keep in mind that balance matters more than the strength of the fragrance. Think of its composition, its harmony, and its wearability. These are the things that you need to start thinking with regards to your fragrances rather than saying which influencer spoke about which fragrance the most or what is the most popular fragrance. Don't follow trends or the popular fragrances, rather follow fragrances for the balance it brings in, for the harmonious effect it gets into you, and how it makes you feel. End of the day, a fragrance should be something very personal to you, because each fragrance would react differently on your skin compared to another person as well. So live with your fragrance, understand your fragrance, know where you can wear the fragrance. You'll start enjoying fragrances without making the people around you get a headache. Fragrance is something that can take you back far across memories that you've not thought that you'd remember them. However, you also recall a fragrance that reminds you of your grandparents, your parents. Every generation had some kind of a fragrance that could recall a memory way back to your loved ones. That is because it is not about wearing the most popular fragrance. You need to identify which works best. Back in the day, people had so much taste with regards to fragrance. Today's norm is being subtle in your fragrance is highly misunderstood in modern perfumery as being weak. We are in a perfume culture currently where what is celebrated is beast mode fragrances or misunderstanding luxury. So finding the right fragrance requires patience and self-awareness, not urgency. Slow down in the process of identifying your right fragrances. Enjoy many fragrances. Don't commit yourself to a fragrances from the first sniff. Wear it, let it resonate with you, see how it resonates with you. Create that emotional connection with your fragrance, and then you would fall onto your signature fragrance. Because when a scent feels right, it becomes second nature. You will always just go for it. It would be that quiet confidence that you select without